Listen to me, because we need to have a come-to-Jesus talk about your future. You have worked your tail off. You have saved, you have sacrificed, and you have looked at that $800,000 balance and thought, I've made it. I'm safe. But are you? Because $800,000 in the hands of someone without a plan is just a countdown to zero. I don't want you living in fear, but I do want you living in reality. You are standing on the edge of the most important financial transition of your life, and the question isn't just how much you have, it's how much you get to keep and how long it's going to last when the markets get shaky and the cost of living keeps soaring. You're worried. I know you are. You're asking yourself, can I really afford to stop? What if the market crashes next year? What if I live to be 95? Those fears are valid. If you don't have a strategy that accounts for taxes, inflation, and the what-ifs, then that $800,000 is nothing more than a false sense of security. So, we are going to look at 5 different ways to turn that pile of cash into a paycheck that actually shows up every single month. First, let's talk about the old-school 4% rule. You've heard it a million times. You take $32,000 a year, that's 4% of your $800,000, and you adjust it for inflation every year. It's simple, right? But here is the problem, the 4% rule was built for a different world. If the market drops 20% in your first year of retirement and you still pull out that inflation-adjusted amount, you are cannibalizing your nest egg. You are eating your seed corn. This plan is for the person who wants simplicity, but you have to have the stomach to watch your balance fluctuate. If seeing your account drop makes you lose sleep, the 4% rule is going to be a nightmare for you. Now, maybe you're looking for a bit more guaranteed flavor. Let's look at the immediate annuity approach. You take a chunk of that $800,000, maybe half, maybe more, and you hand it to an insurance company. In exchange, they promise to send you a check every month for as long as you breathe. It sounds great, doesn't it? No more market stress. But wait. You have to understand that once you give them that money, it is gone. You can't go back and grab $50,000 for a new roof or an emergency surgery. You are trading your liquidity for a fixed check that might not keep up with the price of eggs and gas 10 years from now. This is for the person who has zero pension and needs a floor of income, but you must be careful not to lock up every cent you own. Third, we have the dividend growth strategy. This is where you invest that $800,000 into high-quality, dividend aristocrat companies, the ones that have paid and increased their dividends for 25 years or more. If you can get a 3.5% or 4% yield, you're looking at about $28,000 to $32,000 a year without ever touching the principal. In a perfect world, the principal grows, and the income grows. But do you have the discipline? When the headlines are screaming that the sky is falling and your stable stocks are down 15%, are you going to panic and sell? If you can't stay the course, this plan will fail you. This is for the investor who wants to leave a legacy for their children, but it requires a heart of steel. Let's move to the bucket strategy. This is how you protect your peace of mind. You take that $800,000 and you break it up. Bucket 1 is 2 or 3 years of cash, maybe $100,000 in a high-yield savings account or CDs. That is your sleep well at night money. Bucket 2 is your medium-term money, bonds and balanced funds. Bucket 3 is your long-term growth. When the market is up, you refill the cash bucket from the growth bucket. When the market is down, you don't touch the stocks. You live off the cash and wait for the recovery. It's a brilliant way to manage the sequence of returns risk, but it requires work. You have to be active. You have to rebalance. It's for the person who wants to stay involved in their finances. Finally, we have the dynamic spending model. This is for the person who is realistic. You start with a higher withdrawal rate, maybe 5%, when the market is doing well. But, and this is a big but, you have a rule that when the market is down, you take a pay cut. You skip the vacation, you don't buy the new car, and you reduce your withdrawal to 3%. This plan is the most mathematically sound way to make sure you never run out of money. It's flexible. But can you live with an inconsistent paycheck? If you need to know exactly what is hitting your bank account on the first of every month, this will drive you crazy. So, look at your life. Are you the person who needs the guarantee of an annuity, or are you the one who wants the growth of dividends? There is no one-size-fits-all when it comes to your dignity in retirement. My actionable takeaway for you right now is this: do not choose a plan based on the highest monthly check. Choose the plan that fits your personality. If you are a worrier, choose the bucket strategy. If you want to forget about the market, look at a partial annuity. You have $800,000. That is a magnificent start. But your job now isn't to work for your money, it's to make sure your money is working for you. You must protect yourself, because nobody else is going to do it for you. Stand in your truth, look at these numbers, and choose the path that keeps you safe, sound, and secure. You can do this.